So stupid. I never clicked the live button on YouTube. I'm out here reading YouTube chat. I'm like, bro, why is no one talking to me on YouTube, bro? I never clicked the live button. I was just staring at it. What's up, Ben? What's up, Nico, Peter, Cairo? I'm good, man. Can't complain. I don't know how I feel about that 30-point dump, or what am I saying? Like almost 1,000-point dump overnight. What's up, Jeff? What's up, Robert? How are you guys, man? I missed you guys yesterday, bro. Taking the day off, but I was like, I missed my chat. Trump made me realize I can't trade. It happens, bro. This happens. We'll cover. I'm not even gonna say bias, but we'll cover how I'm gonna go about trading today shortly. There's no price limit rule today. Um, let's see. I guess I'll calculate it for you guys. I guess I'll calculate it. Okay, so we closed yesterday's settlement. So if we get to this, something like that. So let's call it 17. Let's say 17,750. So like obviously I miscalculated a little bit, but if you want to be really precise, like 5% would be around, like it'd be lower than low of day. Like just don't hold anything past low of day and you should be fine. Don't hold anything past low of day. You're gonna trade morning or wait for afternoon. Definitely not gonna trade Friday afternoon. What's good, guys? How are you, bro? Price limit 17,741. There you go. I wonder what Jerome's gonna say today. Can you trade on Top Step right now? Why not? My background. I'm Arab. We're looking for shorts or longs. We'll cover how I'm gonna navigate a day like this. Not an easy day. 2% rule. Oh yeah, no, you're good, bro. Just don't listen. For those concerned about the pricing limit, do not hold anything past low of day, and you will be safe. As long as you don't hold anything, even if you were to keep it a little bit at low of day, that's fine. Just don't really hold anything past. At that point, you will probably have a prohibit. TGIF today already met, unfortunately. Best way to deal with that. Bro had the right setup yesterday, but placed my stop in the wrong spot and got stopped. Oh, bro, that's like the best. That's like the best mistake you can have, bro. You just have to journal your trades and figure out where you went wrong. If you're not, I don't want to say like good, but like if you're not that knowledgeable in reading price and where price can reach to continue or distribute, just send me a DM and I'll tell you where you could have probably put your stop loss, or you can message someone else that you trust. That's like the best mistake to have, right? I wish that was like my mistake when I was going, you know? How long does it take to verify KYC? Which firm? Like it should be like 24 hours, most firms. Some will take longer or lower depending on, I don't know, if you use the right email and stuff. Like there's like little things. We'll cover bias, guys. You know what? It's always it's always it's always Gaddy, what's bias? It's never Gaddy, how was your day, bro? It's never Gaddy, how are you, bro? It's always Gaddy, what's your bias? Gaddy, short or long? It's never Gaddy, how are you, bro? It's never. I know, Kyra, I know. Guys say, Gaddy, how are you? But what's the bias? We'll cover bias. It's not even about bias at this point, guys. It's more about how are you going to navigate a condition where we expanded 1,000 points to the downside and we're trading at equilibrium right now. How are you going to manage that? How are you going to find a high probability trade setup? I'll tell you the first thing we're going to do. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to get another topstep eval, because I don't feel like trading I don't know if I'm going to trade my fundeds. Maybe, but maybe not. So what we're going to do is get another combine. All right, that's the first thing we're going to do. The second thing we're going to do, all right, listen closely. The second thing we're going to do is not demand any large expansion moves. What if I told you that this is low of day and high of day for the rest of the day? It may not be. I mean, I really like these equal highs, but let's be honest. I don't know how we're going to pump 550 points. It's possible 9:30 opens and we just see the most volatile pump or dump. Where do I respond quickest? Discord. Message me on Discord. So yeah, you just have to be cautious. What's up, Hunkos? Yep, I'll be on the 1 minute time frame. What's up, Parth? All right, we just copped a new eval. I already have an alpha eval, so I don't need to get another one of those. Like, this is the reality, guys. The truth is, to protect myself, I'm not gonna demand a lower low or a higher high on the day. I'm gonna focus on premium and discounts that form inside the daily range and intraday liquidity pools. Unless I see something that's like, oh shit, we're really clearly bullish, or oh shit, we're really clearly gonna continue, then maybe I'll expand my potential scope and look for low of day or high of day. But for now, I'm more focused on the price ranges from, like, let's call it from here to like here, you know? I want to narrow down, because at the end of the day, I just need a 2R. I'm not going to demand a high risk to reward trade on a day where we already expanded 900 points. So what do I think is going to happen? I mean, we're not going to have a full reversal. I would doubt that. This daily chart is like the most manipulated, volatile chart I've ever seen. I mean, look at the gaps that were left behind. Order flow is really bearish. That is without question. So far, we're rejecting a premium SIBI. So what's my bias? I mean, the bias remains the same. The bias is bearish on the daily chart. There is no reason. There is not a human out there that can be like confidently bullish on the daily. Does that mean we're going to see a lower low on the day? It's hard to say. We don't really know. What is pricing limit? To be honest, okay, everyone's asking about the pricing limit, so I'll explain it to you guys. CME, if you guys know what CME is, it's where we get our data from. It's the exchange, right, where we trade futures. They have a rule, right? They have a rule, not prop firms right now. We're talking about CME. That's where we're trading, that exchange, okay? They have a rule that says you are not that you are not allowed to trade, but they set a pricing limit rule, which basically states if we trade a certain percentage from yesterday's closing price. So where's yesterday's closing price? You go back 16:14 regular trading hours, like that's settlement price of the futures contract. If we see a 5%, listen closely, if we see a 5% difference from that price, so take that price, look for 5%, something around like 17,750. If you're not allowed to trade at that price level, you're not allowed to trade with prop firms. Why do prop firms tell you you're not allowed to trade within 5%? Because CME has a rule where you're not allowed to trade within 7%. So I guess you can say to protect us, prop firms have set a rule where they say, okay, if we're going to get to 5% of yesterday's close, higher or lower, we're going to prohibit trading. What's the reasoning behind it? It's basically saying the market is so cooked, that we're just gonna stop trading because it's so volatile. You don't know what's gonna happen. Are we close to 5%? Right now, 5% would be like below low of day. So my recommendation to you is do not hold anything below low of day. You taking any trades? Probably. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I'll take it if my model forms. I'm not opposed. But you know what's crazy? Like, what's crazy is the volatility is so insane. What the hell is this, bro? 4 minutes, 177 points pre-market? This makes NFP candle look like a joke. Like, which one's the NFP candle, bro? No one here can tell me. We already got TGIF toffee, but maybe again. Yes, on Forex terms, it does not apply. It is a rule with the CME futures exchange. Nah, these are crazy. I gotta make a post in my Discord because I don't want anyone to over risk. Boom, and enter with half a micro, bro. Like, this last candle that just formed is 61 points. 5 micro, bro. 1 micro will feel like a mini, bro. 61 points on a 1 minute candle in pre-market. That's pretty insane. Yeah, you can pass the count with one candle. You could also lose your account in one candle. Oh yeah, I'm definitely scaling down. I'll be probably trading. I mean, like 1 micro, I guess. If I was gonna execute on my funded, I'd be executing 1 micro, which is like not ideal, but crazy stuff going on. Crazy stuff. I did just buy another eval, cause if I wanna place a trade, I don't want to be like ideally going straight to my funded. I mean, maybe I'll trade the fund. I'm not opposed to it, but I'm going to be skeptical. I want to protect myself on Friday. Bears today. I'm not gonna demand a lower low on the day, Andrew. So I'm more focused on just intraday liquidity pools that are forming inside this range. I'm not gonna say, oh, my drawn liquidity is low of day. I don't want to even look past this range. This could be your lowest low. I don't know. Is it bearish? Yes, but it doesn't mean we have to make a lower low. Like, I was bearish, right? So for everyone who's confused about bias and why it's so not clear, let's say we were all bearish today because it's been bearish. Well, don't you think that bearish bias has been satisfied? We dumped 900 points. Like, you know, that's it. The bearish bias has played out at this point. Like, it doesn't need much to go any lower. We already dumped 900 points. Does it, like, that's your bearish delivered. You were right. Congratulations. You had the correct bias. You were not able to place a trade because it happened before your window. Yeah, we could. That's potentially a draw on liquidity. It's possible. Can I copy trade a fund and eval on top step? Yes. Same with alpha. I mean, I will say one thing. Ideally, you don't want to come like fight against this bearish order flow. That's a given. Micro is $2 every point. Mini is Mini is $20 per point. NYO is New York Open. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even realize the market opened, bro. All right. It's 9:30 opening price. Do I even bother marking out this opening range gap? Sure. Probably the most volatile market I've ever seen. This little candle is 80 points, bro. Yeah, honestly, that's crazy. Best risk for 100K. How much USD per trade? I'd probably do like 400 USD, bro. Max 300. 300 is what I would do. Well, is it evaluation or funded account? That also matters, obviously, right? Yeah, you can trade on TopStep. Just don't hold anything past low of day. It's not just TopStep, by the way. It's for the most part every single firm out there, I believe. All right. So I just got some new evals that we can trade without being stressed. I already have an alpha eval, so I just got a TopStep one as well. Do you have any discounts? The only discount right now is 10% off alpha. Bro, you could short and then like get half. That's crazy, bro. So quickly check the economic calendar. So 11:25, Fed chair speaks. Okay. You know, one thing I do want to do is I want to buy some Nvidia and AMD as it went lower today. Let's buy another 5 shares. Nice. I bought another 5 shares. Should adjust my average price. Okay. Bro, imagine. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, if you swing trade this, 1 micro is $8,000. 10 micros is $80,000. Just use prop firms if you're a beginner, bro. I wouldn't risk your own money. Referring back to August low, we left these equal highs here. That could be a potential objective. I'm not even going to mark out the 15-minute city. We're generally just going to look for intraday opportunities to look for a scalp or something. So, possible scenario, we take out the sell side, strong inversion. We get the CISD and we try to get up to 20% TGIF once again. And then the equal highs that were left. It's like, we're not going to frame any bias. We're going to frame intraday setups that make sense, you know? So right now I'm bearish. Think that's going to take this low. bearish order flow. CISD from 930. You know, you actually could have shorted this close. But like, how? 50K eval? Depends how fast you want to pass. Do you want to pass in the first week? Okay. This is first presentation, yes. Classic model. CISD. Here I got back into the range. Still looks pretty textbook delivery. Yeah, that could have been your short. I don't know where I would have. Let's say I got a fill here. Like, I don't see how I could have taken this. Not even like 1 hour. I hope everybody gets paid today. Me too, bro. What's the 3% rule? Just don't hold anything past low of day and you should be fine. Yes, that is a small fair value gap. I'll have to take an inversion to the equal highs. We could risk 1 micro. Inversion. Classic model. Did not form. Passing in 3 weeks. Just go with 1 to 2. Risk like 250 per trade. I mean, I was looking at these equal highs, but so far no sign. Looks like just continuing bearish order flow. If we get a new low of day, that's where I close the charts. If we get a new low of day, that's where I'm done. Can we trade NQ? As long as you're not holding anything past low of day, Lori, you'll be fine. If we get a new low of day, looks like we'll get a nice completion of. We might get a new low of day. I'm gonna be honest. We might get a new low of day. This could be your high of session. Would I have taken this? Way higher. CISD. No, it's hard. I think so. So I'm looking at premium and discount of this range. This is a discount low. So I'll annotate it as such. Discount low. And then right below that low, we have a BISI. So we'll see what happens if price can get there. This would be a great place to take profits if you're a short. Discount of the range. Discount low. -1 standard deviations as well. You want to see, does it inverse this? Or does it respect? Stay higher. So far it looks pretty bearish. You're probably tripping, bro. I don't think the market's stuck. Your Top Step's tweaking. Oh yeah, Project X and Top Step are tweaking. Project X is, it's not Top Step, it's Project X. It's Project X. The Project X platform. You can probably get a refund if you lose Cairo. SMT here. We're gonna see ISD. What am I looking for? Long to the equal highs. A classic model. Or reversal. Right now we have SMT at the highs here. So if we get the OB, I could trade this OB potentially. Something like this. Let's go for 2R. Fraction. The inversion of this for value gap as well. We'll see if we get the SMT. I mean the OB. If we get an order block here, we can look for a continuation protraction model, retrace, SMT, and OB. But we need to get the OB, otherwise it's not confirmed. If we get the OB, we can look for a short something like this and just aim for 2R. Maybe we get low of day, maybe not, doesn't really matter because our TP would just be 2R. So it looks like we'll maybe break the SMT here, touch this small fair value gap, refer back to August low. So my eyes jump to this level. If we get a full CISD from that discount, SMT at the lows, I'd probably flip my bias, my short-term bias, and look for the equal highs. Just kind of have to see what happens here. It all depends. What would the long look like? Well, like that's 100-point stop loss, bro. Wait, what am I doing? It's genuinely a 100-point stop loss. What am I doing though? Am I putting a short tool? How am I supposed to take this trade? No way. The viewership will blow your mind. This is gone. We took out the discount low, discount bullish for value gap, SMT inside, training the state, -1 standard deviations. Trade back to New York Open. Is this a reversal or a continuation idea? I'm watching this 3-minute fair value gap. This is why you mark out premium and discount, right? Like I said, don't Don't demand a new low of day. Don't demand anything past discount. You know, unless it shows you it's gonna continue. That it didn't show us here. We never got the order block. And obviously, I mean, you could have got in on this long if you really wanted to, but the risk reward is not that good. I guess getting in for 25%, 2R. There's no way we can get in on it now. Yeah, nice. That's a great short, man. You have to stay nimble like that. Back to first presentation. Apple's pumping. Yeah, I want to see, is this a reversal to the equal highs or just a continuation idea lower? That's what I'm looking at. So right now we're selling in premium. Back at first presentation, premium array. 950 macro is here. This could be a valid protraction model. Or it's a reversal. The issue is the risk reward of a trade like this. Like, boy, you're gonna make me risk that much. I'll take this protraction either way. If we get a bullish inversion, I'll take it. Bearish inversion, I'll take it. I prefer the bullish inversion because we're trading back into an OB and a breaker. So I prefer something like this. But we'll see. I'll probably only execute the evals today. I'm gonna treat that as an order block. I'm gonna treat this as a bullish order block. It did not close above, but we did make a higher high on the body. And it was good displacement, so if you want to be really meticulous, 30-second IPG. I only took this on my evaluations. I didn't take this on my funded. Conditions are just too risky to trade the funded. So taking this long inside this bullish order block, coming from the order block here, and it'd be a full TP at the buy side in the equal highs. Anya's crying. 2 minis? No. 2 micros, and I'm only trading evals today, guys. I'm not willing to put risk on my funded. I'm buying. I already bought, bro. Yeah, she bumped her head and something was like, made 20K. That's weird. We're getting consolidation inside this macro right now. I want to see speed above these highs. some decent speed. Can we get follow through? The reason I'm cautious now is because we left a 5-minute open. I mean, our stop's at the 5-minute low. We left a 3-minute open, but we have a 5-minute low at our stop. Let's go to short-term high. I can't partial. I mean, we could partial and let the rest go. Therefore, we're break even. But it's an eval. I think we just go for it. We gotta keep this 3-minute open. We just go for it on the eval. This looks like it's gonna potentially deliver a short or a move to the 3-minute bullish, which is where exactly my stop is. If this was a funded, I feel like I probably would have taken a partial there and left my stop where it is. But like I said, it's an eval, so I don't really mind being more aggressive. We're going to trade into this 3-minute BISI right now. And if we get an inversion here, so I'm out of that trade. If we get an inversion here, I'll look to re-enter. So we'll see how price reacts off this 3-minute bullish. Or if we get a full CISD, which we actually did right here. We did get a full chain to state. Yeah, maybe this doesn't deliver any more higher than it already did. That could just be the move. Hard manipulation. Yeah, I'm only trading evals today. I'm not trading my fundeds. Not trading my fundeds. So I didn't lose anything on the funded. I want to see how price trades into this. Any trades? Took one trade on the eval. We just lost. I'm not trading my fundeds today. Few minute looking good. I don't know. Oh. Whoa. 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 We didn't inverse. Can't really take this trade, but if I was going to, it would look something like this. 1R. Not really in the business of taking a 1R trade. Looks like we'll take out the buy side here. Yes. Everything's freezing, bro. Is that how bad the volatility is, bro? That we're literally freezing? Yo, maybe we can get a refund on our trades, guys. What do you guys think? Refund or what? Bro, that's crazy. This move from here to here is 100 points. But people are gonna flex like, oh, I caught 100 points on the NASDAQ today. Boy, you didn't catch shit. What are you talking about? Is it just me or did top step just freeze? Yes, it's freezing. You passed another alpha eval. Nice, bro. That simple, bro. That simple. Inverse first presentation. You misread you because top step froze. It's okay. It'll be okay, brother. We do when it finally comes. I got the strangest feeling. You blew your funded? It's okay, brother. What are you trading, NASDAQ? Right now I'm looking at these equal highs. It's the best to not trade. I agree. I'm not trading any of my funded today. I'm only trading evals. You're bearish still? Yeah, you can look for shorts. Are you trading on Top Step right now? Like right now? Or like in general? You blew your account after resetting? You reset it and then blew it right after? Yep, these would be the conditions. Even back to, are you short or long? Neither right now. Waiting. If it gives me a setup, not really. It's like high probability here though. Like if we had traded into the high and then rejected, could argue that this is a protraction, this inversion, but not really. We didn't trade into any higher level. Still like the equal highs more than trading back into first presentation. We'll see how price trades into this busy. Hey, do you pay each time you reset your account with TopStep? I've never done a reset personally. I just get a new account. So I'm not sure what you mean by do you pay. This looks like it might flush down because of the way ES printed. If you look at ES, it looks like it might flush down. Am I gambling the evals? No, I don't gamble the evals. Gatie, you're 2 trades away from nice, bro. I believe in you. Ninja Trader bugging. It's not Ninja Trader, bro. It's It's just the platforms, all of them. And criteria for long retracement to fair value gap OB. How many days do you have to trade on an alpha eval to qualify for funded? It's minimum 2. Why don't you short the CISD? I'm still looking at the equal highs. You follow me, you had 3 accounts, instantly reach out. That's funny, bro. These relative equal highs right here. Info on discount low. Mark out your dealing range. This is your first low in discount. That's low hanging fruit. Chart's moving. Thanks, man. Got you, bro. Relative equal lows. Can we trade today? Very dangerously. Yes. I'm not trading my fundeds personally, but you can if you want. Nothing wrong with that. PA is horrendous. I agree. Doesn't look like a bad short, actually. Retracement, inversion, if we get it. You got stopped out of your short because I didn't put my stop at the high? It happens, brother. I want to see if we get an inversion here. Oh, we just quite didn't. Did ES? Yep, did give the inversion. Pretty sloppy right now, though. Maybe we can try this with the 1 micro. We can try this with 1 micro. And be very nimble. Something like this. Top set, let me know when you're ready to read it. You can ask your question, bro. Inversion. What's your question, bro? When you're an express fund, is there a limit to how much you can make on Top Step? No, there's no limit. You can make whatever you want, bro. We have SMTs at these lows. How do I identify market? What does that even mean? I'll go break even. To play it really safe. Hopefully we just get the flush. Yeah, did I over leverage too much? Do I close up 400? Just go break even and hope, or just close? You have to account for the mistake. Looking at this low. If I could take a partial there, I would, but I can't because I took it with 1 micro. I also want to extend this old inversion out and see if we can potentially get below it. Why is the trade A plus? Oh, it's not A plus. Well, it's actually pretty good. We're tracing into premium, reinversing first presentation, and then we inverse this fair value gap inside the macro. It's pretty close to A plus. This being the original trade idea. Aligns with the higher time frame narrative. Yeah, I'm in this trade with 1 micro. I didn't get a chance to execute on trading view in time, so I didn't want to show you guys a bad flip, but I got filled at 18,107. And I just typed all that out. I would partial here if I could, but I can't. We have SMT there. I'll probably close this position. Close it on the eval and close it on the funded as well. See if we can get to the 200 winning day because it's right there. All right, I'm out. Pretty good trade, 1 micro. Took it out at the SMT. Yeah, W close, W close. Why close? SMT, it's already 2R. Like I said, I'm not going to demand a lower low on the day. I said I was going to play inside the range. That's exactly what I did. We took a nice long, but I mismanaged the trade. We should have broke even or taken a partial there. That's it, you know. I'm not going to change my plan. How much I made? I don't know. You can do the math. I don't trade with P&L. We just shorted 1 micro there. Keep it at the low. I don't trade with P&L on, so we'll see how much. We'll just tape read this now, see how low it can go. See if it does make a lower low on the day. That one was pretty close to an A plus setup, so I did take that one on the funded. $80. It was definitely more than $80. We covered like where did we get filled? 75. Probably like $180, maybe like $200. How do you hide your P&L? Settings, privacy, and turn it off. There's half standard deviation. Could have been a good target to hold to. There's your inversion of that old bullish fair value gap that we used. Would I look for a protraction? Maybe if we come back to the breaker. I don't want to demand. I don't want to trade where my drawn liquidity is low of day. That's not what I want to do, right? I don't want to aim for low of day. I want to aim for discount low-hanging fruit objectives, like right here, you know? So like that's just what I want to do. Are you not banned? Why would I be banned? Taking off shorts off first time. No, that's basically what I did. We took one loss on the eval. We took one win on the funded. Getting back into this old imbalance. Could look for a continuation. But the reason I don't want to look for a continuation, and it looks like it may happen, but I don't want to be in a trade where my draw is low of day. I don't want to aim for low of day. I don't think it's high probability. I don't think we have to make a lower low on the day. This low makes sense, but I don't mind to keep trading my eval, actually. Try to get this up too. We find another scalp. Be aggressive on the eval. How much are we up on the eval? I don't even know. We're up 500 on the eval, I think. I should turn P&L for eval on because I need to know how much we're working with. Yeah, we're up on the day. Well, I mean, I only took one trade and funded, so I better be up. We're getting closer and closer to that price limit, by the way. So if you are aiming for low of day, I wouldn't recommend holding anything past low of day. Why did I take a short? Inverse first presentation, and we got an inversion. Failure swing at the high, so this high is still valid, is protected. Protraction model. 10 a.m. power of 3, macro distribution aligns. Silver bullet idea as well. Low hanging fruit. My position won't show an MQ topset, but shows when I show NQ. Yeah, that means you entered NQ, bro. You should be more aggressive on the eval. For example, you can full port the eval. I am more aggressive. Obviously, I'm not risking. I risked 5 micros on the eval. I risked only 1 micro on the funded. You know, so I am more aggressive. But remember, we already took. We were up, like on the eval. I think that trade was like 1K. Remember, we did take a loss earlier on the eval, right? So that's why it's not. That's why we're only up 500 on the eval. Next time, pivot MNQ. I could full port to pass the eval. Got 1K on my entry at macro. Yeah. Get her done. Hey guy, do you mind if I ask you your opinion of my funded account approach? Sure, bro. Ask away. What size accounts do you recommend? I like 50Ks. On Alpha, I personally think the 100K is the best value on Alpha because just the way that you can structure consistent $1,000 payouts. Bro, on Alpha, like you can genuinely get $1,000 every 2 weeks, realistically. Would I take another trade? On my evaluation, not on my funded. Quit, just don't quit, bro. Inshallah, I'll click one day. Where's my TP? I already TP'd at this low. This was my trade. Sorry, I didn't mean to show that I was TPing more. Full port with Powell. I'm not going to full port with Powell. How long did it take for you to get my first payout? I think 3 months. That's 3 months of trading. Evaluation is not real comp. What's real comp? It's a real. What do you mean? What do you mean real or not real? Evaluation, like you pass your evaluation, you get funded. I have funded. I took 1 trade, was a win. I took 2 trades on the eval. I'm not taking this long. I don't trade retracements. Well, we could see. Maybe we do get a retracement idea here. 5-minute city. Alright, let's do a quick trade recap. You need to follow all rules on eval? Do we need to? What do you mean we? Who's we? Why do you have an evaluation when you have a funded? I always do both. Because sometimes, like a day like this, there's not going to be any A++ trades on a day like this. It's just not possible. But there can be like good setups, A-, B, and sometimes I want to just trade I want to put the trade, but I don't want to risk on I don't want to say real capital, but funded capital. So I'll take it on the eval. It's okay to be, for me, a little bit more aggressive on the eval. Okay, so someone said, why did I take that short? Very simple. First things first, I don't want to take any trades today demanding a new low of day or high of day, right? Like I said, I want to play inside the range. Look for low-hanging fruit objectives, intraday liquidity pools. Very simple scalp idea. We traded up into this wick. We failed to take this high, right? I'm bearish. We reinversed first presentation. Now this is acting as a balanced price range. No reason to go any higher than this. We have an inversion fair value gap. That was my entry model. And I'm targeting 2R. This is around 1.96 at this low. Very simple trade. Why do we not have a good setup today? Because we already moved 1,000 points. So notice what's happening. We're trading in this little price action right here, right? This little tiny back and forth. We're not really being any part of the bigger picture because we already had the bigger picture move. We already moved that much, right? So that's why there's no A+, because you're playing inside of a range. We're just playing inside this range, right? That's it. You can only really find 1R and 2R setups. That's like the only thing you can really find. Like same with that long we took. It only gave us 1R. It was a good trade. It's just, it was never going to go higher and higher and higher and higher. That's all. Yep, I'm live every day, bro. Why do you trade non-farm payroll and skip the day before? The day before usually is very uneventful. Non-farm payroll, usually you see larger ranges that you can work with. Now, yesterday wasn't that bad. That's only because the market's been really volatile recently. Usually, the day before non-farm payroll is really bad. It's simply a no-trade day for me. Can we outline a protraction model here for you guys? I mean, yeah, you could look for something like this. I mean, the risk reward on this trade is awful. I would never take this, not even on an eval. Maybe you want to be a little bit more aggressive, you can put a stop at the body. There's no real inversion here though. It's probably on the 30-second. There's a 30-second order block. Yeah, so you could take a trade like this. This would be your low-hanging fruit objective. But like, what even is this trade, bro? You know, would I take this on an eval? Like, I don't even think so. I don't even think I would take this on an eval, but it's a protraction model nonetheless. I didn't take this, by the way, guys. But it's a protraction model. Right? Retracement or BIFG. Is it going more down? It looks like we'll take out this low at least. As long as we keep offering protractions, it'll probably take out that low. You also have your deviation from the first protraction still in play. Maybe we'll take a top step payout and just use that money to get like hella alpha accounts. I don't even know how much I'm up on top step, but I think we can get like a 1K payout. Something like that. 6 months in, and I finally found a trading style like another passive. Top step payouts, they should be within like maximum a week. All my top step payouts have been pretty quick. Thought you ate trading today? Why? Never said that. No, I don't think I'll take a top step payout yet. Not yet. Not yet. Could you explain the consistency rule on alpha if you get funded? No problem. It's very simple rule. Use standard deviations, of course, of course. I probably, now I don't want to brag, but I feel like I probably know more about standard deviations than the average trader. If I was in this trade, I would go break even. Well, not break even, but probably reduce my risk just to be a little extra safe. You're break even on those shorts? Yeah, I would be break even too. Just be safe. How much at a risk on a top step funded to get payout safely? You have to get to $2,000 ideally on top step if you want to get consistent payouts. So how much should you risk? You're gonna have to like probably risk. What I would do, this is me. I don't know. Some of you guys may laugh. Me personally, I like to risk on my 50K top steps, 150, like $100 to $150 per trade. That's what I'm comfortable risking. You know. Some people would disagree, but that's just me. I would just risk that. You still holding? No. I full close my position. Like I said, I don't want to demand lower. So give me 1 sec, Joseph. Let me explain the consistency rule because Rosie asked first. The consistency rule is very simple, right? When you go to request a payout, if you meet the consistency rule, then you can request a payout. If you don't, that's okay. Your account's not gonna get blown. You just have to you have to trade more until you meet the rule. So what does the consistency rule state? Very simple, one rule. The consistency rule states that your total profits on the account, so whatever that number is, total profits on the account, right? Whatever that number is, your best day can't be 40% of your total. So let's say your total profits is $10,000. Your best trading day cannot be $4,000. As long as that statement is true, you can request payout. If it's not true, then you're going to have to take more trades until you get that consistency. Very simple. Your best day cannot be 40% of your total profit. So basically, if you want to just make sure you meet the rule and you can get your alpha payout as soon as possible, if you want to get your alpha payout, listen closely. If you want to get your alpha payout as soon as possible, just risk whatever you want to risk, $100, $200 per trade, and take your profits at 2R or 3R every single time. Like if the trade is A plus, look for 3R. If it's A, look for 2R, and that's it. 3 wins, take your payout, repeat the process, done. Easy money. How do you feel about risking 400 per trade on 50K evals? Yeah, do that, bro. It all depends, Nando, on how much you trade per day as well, right? If you're taking 4 trades in one day, well, don't risk 400 per trade. That's kind of crazy, right? You can use that 1 minute breaker as an entry. This, we never touched the breaker, but you could have shorted this breaker if you wanted to. Put your stop there. It's not bad. This is a breaker right here, yeah. What happens if Apex denies your payout? You have to request another one, bro. Why not TP at the external 1 hour? Low-hanging fruit objectives for me on days like this. It can go to last year's low, and I would not feel like I missed anything, brother. Because I came in with the mindset that I'm not gonna aim for any external objectives. I don't want to aim for anything external. I want to play inside the range, low-hanging fruit objectives. Right here, right there, right there. Engineered lows on my protraction. What's the key to pass evals? You just need a good risk management strategy. And you have to accept that you're not going to pass every single eval. You know, sometimes you're going to lose your eval. It happens. If it is like under 5%, whatever it was, that they take a trade. No, you're fine, Toxic. Just don't be in a trade. So anyone who's in a trade right now, listen closely. As we trade lower and lower below low of day, if that happens, do not hold that trade. You will be breaking, you'll be prohibiting conduct on most prop firms. Holy shit. AMD's 86? Wait, when did I buy my last position? I want to buy more right now. Oh, AMD is $86. That's crazy. Generational opportunity. That's all I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying. And when did I buy my last NVIDIA? NVIDIA's at 95. Yeah, my NVIDIA position is not that bad. AMD is taking a big hit. Let's get another 10 AMD. Another 10 AMD. Could this market gonna? Yeah, it's possible, bro. I'm in 6 months and I finally found a trading style I like. I've never passed a funded. If I want to pass it, it's like winning trading as if anything is the correct bit of price. Is that ENB in bridge? Nope, I use interactive brokers if that's what you're asking. Okay, sorry, Joseph. What's your question, brother? You said I'm 6 months in and I finally found my trading style. I've never passed a funded and I want to pass it as if I was trading a real funded. Do you think this is a good way? Yeah, for sure, bro. Where do I personally buy stocks? I use interactive brokers. How does low of day work? It's not about low of day. It's not about low of day. It's about the pricing limit that states we're not allowed to trade if we're trading at 5% difference of previous day's close. So I'm just warning most people that below low of day, we're going to start approaching that 5% difference. So if you look closely, yesterday's close was around here. 5% would be like around, it's a little bit less because we closed here. Like 5% is around like 17,750. So just be cautious as we approach low of day. That's all I'm saying. Because you don't want to be inside of a trade when you're trading at the price limit. They will most likely breach your account. And you get 3K on one of my funders, 2.4K to go. I thought you said 2 trades from payout, but what happened? You'll have to update me, Toxic. You have to update me. We'll have a chat after this. Yeah, I just hear you like 250? Yeah, go with 250, bro. Don't feel bad for. I mean, me personally, bro, I'd be risking like 100 to 150 until I get that buffer. Well, this is top step, so on alpha, I guess you don't have to do that. But the only way to be consistent, I'm telling you guys, the only way, man, you have to de-risk. We took 2 trades today. One trade on we took 1 win and 1 loss on the evaluation, but on our fundeds we just took 1 win. Thank you for the explanation. I got confused on that 5 to 7%. Yep, it's okay. Hopefully that makes sense. How do you not say that you close your trade early? I don't think that this move to low of day was a high probability. And I only took 1 micro, so I couldn't even partial if I wanted to. I couldn't take 2 micros. That'd be over my risk. If you have more money and accounts, you risk 1 to 2K per trade. Wait for the 1 home run. If you want to do that, you can. Yeah. The only reason that you would say, "Oh, you close too early," is because it's actually going lower. If it was going higher, you're saying, "Oh, you closed perfectly," right? Was I really confident in this move lower? No, in my opinion, I don't want to demand a new low of day. You know, it's that simple. 1 trade away from passing combine. Can you take that trade today, or does it have to be like next week? Like did you take a win today? Is that what you're trying to say? And it looks like we will get low of day, and that's okay. I mean, we outlined 2 trade ideas. And by the way, we said, you can take this if you want to. I said, I'm not going to take it, but you could have taken it if you wanted to. How did your comment get deleted? You probably said something that got banned. I don't know. I didn't delete any of your comments. Looked it up. Nice. Passed my first one last year with my fruits and blew it 2 days later. If it took that long, it's probably just something small. You know, a lot of the time, it really is something small that you can just change. You know, one of your rules, maybe your risk management, the amount of trades you take, where you're putting your stop loss. Took my first payout trading mostly Asia, but what put my profits higher was doing New York with you. Appreciate you, bro. 1 trade to pass the eval, but it happened to me before, super close, and I blew it. That's the thing. You know why? Because now you're not trading to trade. You're trading to pass. You can't trade to pass. Your job is not to pass. Your job isn't to make $3,000 on a funded. Your job is to execute your model. That's your job. Took 2 trades, Addy. On the funded, I only took 1 trade. That was this protraction model short. I just took it off at this low. Low-hanging fruit. Looks like we will get a new low of day, but I didn't want to hold any trades to low of day. But I did take another trade on an eval, which we lost, but we made it back. Because I took 2 trades on an eval, went 1 and 1, but up on the eval. And then I took 1 trade on the funded, which was a win, small win. We took 1 micro. I couldn't risk any more. My original stop was like here, so any more just would have been no sense. I just took 1 micro. So another winning day. Bro, when to expect very small New York range according to your journal and experience? When you have large expansion overnight, that's probably the main criteria. The second biggest criteria is if you see expansion pre-market. That's another criteria. The third criteria, and then the economic calendar. If it's like a no news day and it's like nothing really going on, then it's probably gonna be smaller. On everything, I was $76 away from passing and blew whole account same day. Welcome to the club, brother. Can you do a risk management video? I don't have a risk management video. Even if I did have a risk management video, it's probably not as good as the system I'm running now. So you know what? Maybe I will make a video on risk management, because ever since my last risk management, I'll tell you what, my risk management became a lot better. So yes, I can do that. It's really important. That's a really important topic that I haven't covered on my YouTube, actually. Why is price different on TradingView and TopStep? It's just Project X delay, probably. Always frame your trades around the TradingView CME data. You should be fine. Yeah. I wanted to do that. You're really the only streamer that has replied to me. Yeah, I got you, bro. I mean, when I'm trading live, I usually don't have chat open, but as long as I'm not trading, then it's all good. I mean, 500 profit on my eval today. Nice, bro. But don't worry about the profit, man. Don't let the profit justify whether you did good or bad. This guy commented Ali Gaddy. Finally, I was trusting about pressing the button in those shorts. Yeah, it's a good trade. That's the issue, man. Everyone ties like P&L to how good they did. They can't be happy if they lost. They can't be. You have to learn to be happy when you lose. You have to be, you know? And you have to learn to not be sad when you lose. And you have to learn that just because you won doesn't necessarily mean it's a good thing. What do you use for your backtesting? Forest replays or something better for free? For free, there's nothing better. I mean, yeah, not for free. So, I don't trade today because of NFP. That's okay, bro. Did you paper trade first? No, first trade was eval. That was a loss. Second trade was funded. That was a win. We're up on all, whatever, 6 accounts now or 5. I don't know what. Did you pay for any courses? Did you learn for free from YouTube? I learned from Inner Circle Trader on YouTube and a lot of study and backtest. Oh, in my journey? I paper traded in my journey for 2 weeks, or 3 weeks. Let's say a month. I think it was about a month. In that month, I gave myself the challenge of passing a 50K Top Step account. So I gave myself $2,000. I said make 3K. And I did it twice and I passed both times. So I thought I was ready and I didn't need to demo trade anymore. How I get my Top Step account on TradingView? You have to get a Tradeovate account and you have to sync it with TradingView. You just log in. Shout out to Justin Wheeler. He's a good guy, bro. I like that he's consistent with his model. And he knows about the importance of risk management and trading psychology. So I think he's doing good. Doing good. Use forever model. I don't know what that is, but no. Can you show me the 15? Sure, bro. 15-minute will be there. Any trades yet? We took 2 trades. 1 win, 1 loss. We're up on the funded and the evals. That's what I need. That's what most people need. Think about it like this, guys. Most people here in this chat right now have probably taken nice wins before, right? They can find, maybe not every day, but every now and then, they find really good trades that go to take profit, right? If you can do that, that's your edge. That's your edge, right? That's your edge. So you have to take that, master it, and eliminate the losses. You only took a 1 hour today, W? Nah. What do you mean only, bro? What do you mean only? What do you mean only? That's great, bro. Gaty, I was bullish but stopped out. Price created 15-minute CSD, saw the weekly lows. I thought it was low of day, saw 15-minute break, 1 minute CSD and inversion target. You can see the 15-minute FEG. It's not bad. It's not a bad trade, but I don't want to tell you, bro. You seem like you had good narrative and logic. You just had the wrong draw. That's all. I wouldn't overthink it too much. Did you see I set my stop loss? Did you see, bro, do you see if I did set my SL the right place, I would have hit TP in a couple of minutes. Stop loss picture is important, brother. How long have you been doing trading? What year was your breakthrough through this? I'm only a year and a half in trading. What was my breakthrough? My breakthrough was 8 months in. After 8 months, this was my personal breakthrough in my opinion. And I'm sure a lot of you would probably relate to something like this. My personal breakthrough was finally being able to put all my knowledge into a model that I can use like every day and not feel the need to like change, you know? That's what it was. It took me 8 months to do that, you know? I backtested thousands of trades, traded, studied over and over again. But I never like was able to finally put into exact words and criteria a model that I can like say, just repeat every day, repeat. Couldn't do that. Like every single time I did, I was like, next week I gotta change it. I need something new. I need something, you know, like I couldn't. It never stuck. But eventually I found something that stuck, and now you know that I feel like that was my personal moment where things started getting better. Protraction of the 5, yeah, nice trade. Yeah, we outlined that one as well. I didn't take it, but could have taken something like this really nicely. However you want to do it. I got humbled today, got stopped down like 15 seconds. It's all good, bro. How to start let the edge play out and stop worrying about getting in and out. You see more confidence in your edge. Can you day trade on crypto? I know you can both be on Forex and general question. You can. It's not ideal though. Do you have confidence in executing trades after missing an A+ setup? Do I have confidence? I wouldn't say like it's not a confidence issue for me. It would be more so like I know I might be chasing a setup. Meant a video, do you have? You got top 50. Wait, what trade did you guys take? Do you manually enter your trades or put limits? I personally never use limit orders. I manually enter and close all my trades and all my partials. Can you explain your short? Sure, bro. I got in and around right here. My stop was originally at like these highs. I was trying to cover like 75% of the wick. But as soon as this candle went lower, I just put my stop here at the high of the inversion. So this was the trade. So let's just say my stop was above. Let's just say it was exactly 2R. What was my trade? Very simple. Okay. We failed to take out this high. That's the first step. Why is that significant for me? The reason that's significant for me is because it's not a reversal model. It's a protraction. Had we taken out this high, then I have to wait for a breaker or a CISD, which means I would have had to wait for this candle's close. But since we had a failure swing, right, and we rejected off of this wick, right, so we never got above, then I don't have to look for a CISD. I can look for a protraction model, which is simply an inversion. Where's your inversion fair value gap? Well, you already had one right here. So if I wanted to, I could have shorted it up here. But I wanted to wait for a little bit more confirmation because there was a bullish fair value gap right here. I had to wait. And it's okay for me to wait because I can still get close to 2 risk to reward. We had another down close candle. So we came up, another down close candle. I entered at the round of this down close candle's close. A protraction model short, expecting this low as a low-hanging fruit objective. Obviously, you could have held to low of day, and you would have, you know, hey man, that would have been a 300-point trade. You could have done it. I didn't do it, but you could have. Confluences, rejected off New York Open, re-inverse first presentation. We got the breaker and the CISD after. It's clean. It's a clean trade. If I were to 5-minute short to I would be cautious trading now, guys. We're approaching that 5 price limit. Why is it ideal? The volatility just takes a hit. So does the precision. Crypto's also very, very manipulated. Yo, this market is fucked, bro. Tesla's down 11%. Nasdaq's down 4.8%. If I'm watching, you have been profitable. Appreciate you, bro. Gatie, can you explain your short? Oh, I already did that. TP hit up 9 Nice. Any trades today? 2 trades. One loss, 1 win. We're up on the day. No, I'm definitely not looking for any more trades. We're literally approaching price limit now, so I saw 2 setups today, but didn't enter because I'm too stressed about the market condition. That's a great reason to not enter, bro. What are you trading? This is Nasdaq futures. Crazy. 2 days in a row, we almost reach price limit. Let me double check the price limit number. I'm pretty sure it's 17,750. Yep. So don't be in any trades. If you're trading prop firms, close your trade right now. Do not enter any trades in this price. Above, you can enter. This range and below, you cannot. It is a breach to have any trades open or executed at or below this level. I agree with you, bro. Okay, price limit is 17,742. 17,742. Prohibited conduct. You're not allowed to trade near the CME price limit. Is it just for today? It's for any day, which will probably, like, I thought we weren't going to see it again. Why doesn't it let me join Discord from your link tree? Is the link not working? I'll change it right now. Either the link should be fine. Shlu, what you have to do, brother, is open it in browser. There's price limit reached. So if you have any accounts with Alpha or Top Step, probably My Fund Futures, Apex, probably any of them. If you were in a trade right now, good luck. I hope they don't breach your account. With limit on ES, I have no idea, but it's probably also been met. I can quickly calculate it for you. We close around there. Yeah, it's around the same price level, like literally right about now. You think combines are okay? Maybe. I wouldn't know about that, to be honest. There's your -2 deviation of the protraction, by the way. When can we start trading? If we get above 1750. 17,750. But then again, you can only take longs. You can't short. Can I demo? Oh, yeah, you can demo, bro. Bro, what's happening to this market? I know, it's crazy. How much are we down on? Yo! You know what's crazy? That even after all that shit that happened yesterday and today, yesterday and the day before, today is the day with the largest expansion lower. Like, bro, where are we going? 1 year low. Oh my god, we're at previous year's low. This is like a celebration. Nasdaq's at a 52-week low. Oh my god, Nasdaq's at 17. Can you guys imagine? Any day if it reaches -5%. Pretty much, bro. Yeah, exactly. Exactly that. I'm gonna have to hold this AMD for generations. I'm scared to look at NVIDIA and AMD. Damn, 6-month fair value gap, almost there. All good, boys. Gatie, we're cooked. Bro, is it cooked that I literally bought some today? Oh, that wick does not look good, bro. Back-to-back L years. Nah, it's still time, boys. Hey, buddy, can you know the price limit? Yeah, the price limit's right now. So don't trade or don't open any trades. I'm gonna be averaging down AMD stock until it's $1. Aiming for should we buy stock? I don't want to tell anyone to buy stocks. It's obviously a dangerous market, but I mean, if you're comfortable holding very long term, I think NVIDIA and AMD, like, what's market cap like? Like, surely it doesn't go to like 50, right? Because that would be like surely event like okay, even 50 is fine, but like, yo, are we cooked? Low key, I'm not gonna add any more positions just to see in case we get to like 50 or something. We needed this crash? Yeah, who needed this crash, bro? What are you talking about? We needed this crash, bro. Who's we? What's the 5% thing on Talsat account? It's already met, bro. Do not trade. You're good to take longs above 17,750. Yes, but if it goes below 17,750 at 742, then your account will be prohibited. So you cannot be in any trade. I'm down $200 on my Roth IRA. No. Damn, but you guys want to know how much I'm down on my live? I'll tell you guys. Too much. Let's just say that. Too much. Too much. I think take profit trader got 7% also trying that. Take profit trader is 7%? Interesting. Yeah, if it's 7%, you'll be fine for a little bit. You'll be fine for a little bit, bro. Market on jumps or wild. For real. But I mean, I don't know. Low key, I'm still optimistic. Low key, I am still optimistic. God, you not double it, I give it to you. Remember, I never sold the AMD yet? Wait, you never sold? It's okay, bro. Just be patient. Genuinely, don't even look at the stock market and price for trades are allowed to open trades. You listen, the rule is simple, Nico. You cannot be in any positions or enter any positions if price is at the price limit. So if it's the number is 17742. If we are at that number or below, you cannot be. Did we just pump a little bit? Nah, that's insane. Can we talk about the insanity? Can we talk? Hold on. Let me record this. Can we talk about the insanity of these markets? This little move is 200 points. What? 200 points. This little tiny move at 10:55 a.m. Eastern Time is 200 points. Damn. Prop firms are happy right now. I know people be blowing their accounts, bro. Prop firms are so happy right now. I know. So many accounts are getting blown. I know. Why? Because some people, they don't really calculate their risk every single time. So let's say you were to take a short, like, and you put your stop here, like one micro is $160. People who trade minis just probably risk their entire account in one trade and didn't even realize. You know, there's a lot of people out there who trade minis. Good, I see. Should open a prop firm. Bro, the thing is, I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. If I opened a prop firm, everyone would become profitable, bro, because it would be such an easy firm. Because I'm not about to make a rule that I wouldn't want, you know? Like, bro, if I opened a prop firm, it would be, you know, like weekly payouts, end of day drawdown, no daily loss limit, $50 evals, like, you know, it's just too good. I wouldn't even make money, bro. It would just be too good. Yeah, it's simpler price go there, don't trade, that you can't trade. Literally, yeah. So we're above it now. Here, let me set a line so everyone knows. Let's give a little bit of wiggle room. Price. I'll be the first unprofitable prop firm, bro. Price limit. Do not hold or execute any trades below this line. All right, very simple. Knowing when not to trade just important by knowing. I think you just said the same thing twice, but yeah. The price limit video. I got you, bro. I mean, it's very simple. Can you explain price limit? Okay, listen closely, guys. Listen, I'll tell you how you can figure out the price limit. The rule is simple. We cannot trade if price has a 5% difference from yesterday's close. This is yesterday's close. You cannot trade if there is a 5% difference from yesterday's close. Okay? That's the only rule. So what do you have to do? Make sure you are not holding any trades and make sure you don't enter any trades if we are trading at or more than a 5% differential from yesterday's close. This line represents 5% difference from yesterday's close. So any trades open or at this level, you cannot trade. You can trade now, yes, but if it goes below this line and you're still in the trade, that is a prohibited rule. This rule, by the way, is not from yes, it's from prop firms, but it derives around the futures rule. It's a rule in futures trading. It's not just a rule prop firms have. 10 trades, damn. At least you're alive, bro. You gotta fix that though, or you're probably gonna blow the account. I'm being honest. I would immediately do something. 10 trades, that's not good, bro. You immediately do something. Immediately do something that prevents you from doing that. Set a limit for $200 loss, maybe 1 trade a day. Figures like do something, because that's not good. You want to eliminate that as soon as possible. Take any trades. Took 2 trades today. 1 win, 1 loss. We're up on the funded. We didn't take the loss on the funded. So the 1 trade we did take, that was a winner. We took that on the funded. On the evals, we took 2 trades. 1 was a win, 1 was a loss. But we're up on all accounts. Hamza, bro. Guys, it's so simple. I literally drew the line for you guys. Do not hold any trades or enter any trades at this line or below. That's it. Which trade I take? I will post a recap. But I entered here, stop was here, and I TP'd at this line. Silver bullet, right here. 5 minutes maybe. How to fix over trading? The simple way, simply get an alpha or top step account with Project X and set restrictions for yourself that force you to stop. If you set yourself a 200 daily loss limit, you can't overtrade, you know? An open trade can be closed only above this line. If you hold the trade past, that's a breach. US 1 micro? Yeah, same, bro. Reversal? Maybe, bro. Maybe Trump's gonna say, maybe Powell's the only guy who can save us. Very good protraction. I know my protraction when I see it. Use Blue Union Mortgage? Wait, you went short? Bro, literally you can't even go short because the price limit. So how was it even possible, bro? Like how? Well, bro. Did you trade? Yes. We're up on the day. What happened? I don't know, man, but I don't know. But at this point, any green is a good sign, bro. Alright, boys. Low of year. Wait. We actually took out low of year. We're actually turtle swooping 52-week low. Turtle swoop traders are extravagant right now. Wait, we didn't take it. Guys, I've never had to mark this out before, but we get to do it finally. Woo! We'll mark it out red. Price limit applied all in futures? Yes. What PD rate did it sweep? What PD rate did it sweep? Nothing. Sorry, didn't sweep anything. I thought it took out the 12-year low, 12-month low, but it didn't. Is price action going to go back to normal on Monday? Bro, I wish I could answer that question for you. I really wish I could. We might wake up with a fat new week opening gap, bro. I genuinely do not know. I don't even know how we're ever going to be bullish. Like, what confirmations am I going to have to wait for? CISD? Damn, we completed the full model at least. There's that. See that nice. Oh, we took out the monthly sell side, bro. Catch me at 6 p.m. trading. I don't know, but any green is a good sign right now because all I'm gonna say is, bro, I'm trying to close this AMD position plus like 50% now. So much upside potential. The market just pauses. No, it doesn't pause. You're not with prop firms. You're not allowed to trade. Yeah, August low was taken yesterday. No. Someone asked about Silver Bullet. This was your fair value gap to Silver Bullet off of. Yeah, the market makers. Did you catch any trade? One win. Yes, we took one win on the funded. Small trade, 2R, 1 micro. That's all. I love alpha futures. Yeah, they're my favorites. No, it doesn't apply to Forex. Well, I've been offered like 5,000 partnerships. The only one I've ever accepted is alpha futures, and funded by traders. Funded by traders for Forex. Alpha futures for futures. 1,600 ticks on 1Q con is $8,000. Yes. I almost hit a homeless man while I was driving. Fuck this PA. You trading your funders, bro? This is 400 points. Bro, like that's crazy, man. Oh my. Oh my. No offense, but I hope Bitcoin crashes. I've never been a supporter of crypto, but what's happening? Oh, it's not even that bad compared to NASDAQ. No, you can trade. You can trade as long as it's not below this line. Man, how you gotta understand this, bro? As long as it doesn't go to 742. How much did I make today? I don't know. I made 2R. Trade on Alpha for your firm? What do you mean my firm? Yes. Oh, yes. I trade with Alpha. I trade with Alpha and TopSap. I use both. I heard trading Asia session on Sunday on 1 second chart with Elliott Wave and playing your bench is a new move. Who told you that, bro? Who? Where did you hear that from, bro? It's very simple, brother. All you have to do, Brandis, listen closely. I'm gonna say this one time. Settings, symbol, electronic trading hours background, click it, opacity, set it to 0. That's how you get rid of the blue boxes. Which alpha account is the best? The advanced? The alpha, yeah, I mean, the best account, the 150K advanced, obviously, but it's the most expensive. So you have to depend on how you want to manage. Me personally, I do the 100K standard. It's nice for my budget, and I like the fact that you get 4K drawdown. I like the fact I can go for a 1K payout with only risking $200. And then I still have 3,000 drawdown left. So I really like the 100K. Nasdaq holds MSTR. But you think I really care about MSTR compared to everything else though? That's probably like a small little fractal. The consistency, yeah. Just follow the consistency rule, bro. Don't over leverage. You know, don't hit 2R, 3R, 2R, and then go 20R. You know, because or you over risked. That's all, bro. Just manage your risk. Most people who don't follow a consistency rule will blow their account anyways, right? Even if there's no consistency rule, if you trade without consistency, you're probably just gonna blow your account anyways. So it's 40%. It's not that bad. Most firms run 30% or 20%. So I'm okay with it personally. With 100K standard, you can get 1K payout with split. Yeah. All you have to do is risk 200 to make 400 3 times. Very simple. Risk 200 to make 400. No TP, just 2R. Risk 200 to make 400 3 times. You request a 1,200 payout. You get $1,000 into your account, and you have pretty much 3,000 drawdown left to work with. That's like the most insane cheat code. You can pay yourself bi-weekly. It's amazing. Like, you know, you have 3 accounts. You get full-time salary, and all you need to do, think about this. All you need to do is take 3 trades that are 2 risk to reward every 2 weeks. Full-time salary. It's literally that simple with Alpha, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. I might low key, when I just said that, I'm low key gonna get another account because that shit crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, we took 2 trades today. 1 win, 1 loss. I do scalping and made 5K this week. Nice. It was awesome. Nice. I have 2% before blowing my account. Help. Help with what, bro? Just keep trading. Caught up 1,500% with option mode. Damn. Best RR to pass verification. I mean, obviously it depends on your model, but you can't go wrong with 2. Because all it takes is a couple trades with 2R to pass. You take a 200-point trade? No offense, bro, but every trade is about like 200 points plus right now. 100 points, 200 points. What helped you find your models? Unfortunately, it was 4,000 days back tested. Well, I found them at around 2,000, and then I had to study them actually. How much to risk 50K eval? Depends how much you're comfortable losing. Depends how fast you want to pass. Depends how aggressive you want to be. There's no number. Best way to find daily bias? You got to use a combination of methods. Order flow, daily closures, weekly profiles, daily profiles, premium discount, internal and extra range liquidity concepts. Order flow is probably one of the best in my opinion. Did you cast out liquidity sweep? No. I took 1 trade today win, and I didn't want to take any more. Would you recommend someone to copy trade a professional whilst learning how to trade? If you want, yeah. I mean, would I recommend it? I personally wouldn't recommend it. The reason I would never recommend it is because I can't trust anybody, bro. And also, it'd probably hinder your learning. Like, I just have the mindset that I'm the best trader, you know? Like, you know? If anyone here plays basketball and they're a shooter, like, you know what I'm talking about, right? Like, if you're a shooter, it's like, oh, like, would you let your teammate shoot the last shot? Like, no. Like, I'm the shooter. Like, I'm the best shooter on the court, you know? I'm the best shooter on the court. And I don't think taking signals is consistent because, like, for all the people who signal bot me, which, by the way, I do not recommend, but there's a lot of people who do, they take the losses and they go on tilt. And they don't even stay long enough or manage their risk enough to take the wins, you know? The other day, we took a loss. Everyone started flipping shit. They were like, what the fuck, Gatie? Why would you take that trade? Made no sense. And then I took a win right after. And the same people were like, bro's over trading. And then we took a win. Everyone went quiet. All the signal bots ended in L. I ended in W. To me, it doesn't matter. But like, why is the signal bot the person who's most emotional? You are literally a bot. Alright? You're a bot. If you're going to signal bot, I'm just saying, at least do it correctly. You know? If you're going to copy, at least copy every trade properly with good risk management over a long period of time. Don't just like take 1 or 2 trades over risk and be like, oh, fuck. You know? Not that I recommend anyone signal bot, but I'm just saying, if you're going to do it, at least risk properly. What's your bias? Bro, you are 2 hours late, brother. Come on, man. It's 11:15 a.m. What's my bias? Thinking about basketball, bro. Is that this is a 5-minute fair value gap that was used for shorts earlier. That's what I have marked out here. I marked it out because someone asked me about silver bullet today. This would have been your silver bullet entry in this price range. How's today for you? Good day, can't complain. We took a win. I do play basketball. I'm gonna go play some today. What was your win? I'm gonna post a trade recap in like 10 minutes if you want to just watch that. But I shorted. I'll just show you the P&L tool, something like this. This was basically my trade, just from here to here. Did I improve my cardio? No, bro. I lost the kids. We lost the kids, bro. Me and my squad. We suck. I'm gonna go improve today. What is the text? It says New York opening price, referring to the 9:30 opening price of the 9:30 opening price of the session. What's your criteria for AM session Silver Bullet? One, I have a video on this if you want to trade the way I trade Silver Bullet. One, established order flow and narrative from 9:30 to 10. You need to go into the 10 a.m. hour when you're looking for Silver Bullet. You need to go into the hour with clear direction. So it's a no bias strategy. You read this and you say, okay, well, we've been bearish. We see a run of an all-term high, and going into the 10 a.m. hour, we're potentially seeing a reversal here on this time frame, and then a continuation of the higher time frame. So what do? You look for a move. You have two options with Silver Bullet. You look for a move into a previous existing fair value gap. So that would be here, right? Or you look for a fair value gap to form, and you take that at the 10 a.m. hour after the narrative has been established. That's how I trade my Silver Bullet. Obviously, there's a lot of subjectivity there. It's not like, wait for this, then that. Like, for example, your Silver Bullet entry would not be on this CISD. You use the fair value gap to your advantage. You wait for the fair value gap to be traded into, and then you look for your trade, look for 2R. Simple. It's literally as simple as this. Clear order flow, formation or retracement into a fair value gap. So sometimes the fair value gap will form, like right here, and then we trade into it, and you can take that, but we didn't. The retracement happened after. But we did take out a high. We took out a high here, we took out here. Who says we have to take out this one? Why this one and not this one? Why this one and not this one? You know? It doesn't need to go all the way up there. It's all about time, right? It's all about time. You're down so much on NVIDIA calls. Bro, NVIDIA calls. I don't know what to say. If it makes you feel better, I'm down on my stocks. So, shit. How do you read market structure? What makes a valid structural low? Swing low. Every swing low is a low. It will go up in a month? Hey, I hope you're correct. I hope you're correct. Look at this little pseudo market maker model, pretty clean. To be honest, today was not that bad. I mean, obviously, besides the insane volatility and manipulation in the market, in terms of delivery, you think Powell will make us down? Hopefully not. Good shit, trades. Nice. Do you need daily buys? It doesn't have to be daily buys, but you do need direction. Explaining trading? Yes, I do have a YouTube where I explain my model, if that's what you're asking. No, but meant a low that would make a bullish bias turn bearish. I'd recommend you watch my video on breaker blocks. This specific high, right? This specific low. My most two recent videos on the ICT Mastery Blueprint. What's the best way to know direction? The best way, the way that I use most, is I just look at order flow. Just simply look at the last couple of days. It's the easiest way, right? Just look at the last couple of days. Where was your most recent change in the state of delivery? Where does it look like we're spooling towards? Just looking at premium and discount and how we're respecting. You want to look at how we're respecting stuff above price and how we're respecting stuff below price. It's very simple. We've been bearish. Well, how do I know?
because we're disrespecting everything that's lower. We're making lower lows, we're inverting fair value gaps, we're getting breakers, mitigation blocks, we're getting, you know, inversion fair value gaps. But higher, we're respecting everything. That's your clearest sign of bearish order flow. Like this was the easiest print of bearish, bias ever. We never once had signs of bullish order flow, ever, not once in the last, after the CISD here, 39 days. There was still longs. There's still longs, but daily order flow has been bearish for the last 40 days, and it has not shifted once. You're bearish. You would have been bearish for the last 40 days. That's literally what it is. I've been bearish literally since, you can go back into the channel, ever since this CISD, I've been bearish. And my bias has never been bullish into the day except 2 days. It was this. These 2 days, I was bullish. Literally the 2 days that went higher. Why? I was expecting retracement into the weekly imbalance. So that's why I was bullish on those 2 days. So these 2 days trading up, that's it. After that, we went back to bearish. Yeah, that's where I sold my stock, Dakota, actually. And then I bought more. I mean, I'm going to keep holding personally. You use trend lines? No, I never use trend lines. What you think? I just think they're too subjective, you know? What do you think about quant and systematic trading versus manual? I wouldn't know anything about that, to be honest. First thing, I wouldn't know anything about that. Appreciate you, Jonathan. Yep, see you next week, brother. I'm also probably going to head out. We had a good week. Cannot complain. I may or may not request a top step payout and look to reinvest into some alpha accounts rather than top step. I don't think that's a bad idea. It would probably scale up my trading, but we've been trading pretty well, so we could just try to run up these top step accounts too. I'll figure it out. PTR strategy. I don't know what a strategy is, bro. But I mean, if it works, if you're gonna use it, make sure you study it by yourself first. Below 1500 next week? Oh, I hope not. That would be crazy. 1500 October, huh? We're talking monthly dealing range here. We're at a monthly discount. Dang it. This is your previous year low. Just leave that there. I see the liquidity on high time rate. Yeah, that's all you need, bro. At the end of the day, it's not going to come down to really the model. It's going to come down more to your drawn liquidity and ability to read price. If there is premium or discount opening range gap, does that affect your bias in any way? Nope. It's just think of it as a fair value gap. If I'm bullish, I want to see the gap be used as an inversion or a bullish fair value gap, right? Simple. If it's against my bias, then I wait for it to fail, right? You can wait for the opening range gap to show that it's not going to hold price. That's what I would wait for. We do that all the time. So if you're bullish and you have a gap higher, wait for it to get above the gap. Treat it as an inversion gap. Or you can take longs to the gap. That works too. That's a high probability long. You've been overcomplicated. I promise you, you've been overcomplicating it because almost everyone does. But like I said, it's not really about the model. Like, man, I can teach you 100 models that'll all work if you have the correct narrative and read on price. You have to be able to know where it's going to go. That's how you know which model is going to work or not. That's the only way, right? If you, like, that model you just said, it showed itself longs. You could have taken longs right here. That's a market structure shift, sweep of liquidity, fair value gap, break or short, whatever you want. But it would have failed. Why? Because it was never meant to go higher in the first place. You have to sit there and wait for it to show lower. And once it does, then that's your entry, right? You have to sit there and wait. That's trading. You have to sit there and wait. You can't just be like, oh, it showed long, I'll bear bullish. And that's kind of what I did, I guess. To be honest, we were pretty neutral. And we could have managed that trade better. Couldn't even take it on the funded. But hopefully that makes sense. We took one trade today, deal wrap. Which Rick, when I stopped watching your YouTube from the beginning? You traded pre-FMC? It's not FMC, brother. Yeah, hard time for short bears, exactly. As simple as that, brother. Broke even today, that's okay, Dakota. If it's premium and discount, yeah, exactly. Did you win or lose? Today, we are up on the day. We took 2 trades. 1 loss, 1 win. We're up. However, on the funded accounts, we took only 1 trade, and that was a win. So, on the funded account, we didn't lose. There's no FOMC today. FOMC is always going to be Wednesday afternoon, brother. It's never going to be on a Friday. And Powell's speaking, but it's a speech. It's not an FOMC meeting. How much are you up on the eval? I have no idea. I don't trade with P&L, guys. I can check for you if you want. On the eval, we're up 500. 50K eval. It says FOMC something to 11:45. Okay, wait, let me see what it says. It's not an FOMC meeting. FOMC member speak. Yeah, it's just a speech. It's not an FOMC meeting. Dumb question. Can you not just sit on a losing trade until it breaks even at least? You could, but then you'd risk blowing your entire account. Right? It may not come back. What if I held that long forever? Right? Say that long we took. If I held that trade, I don't know where we took a long. Where did we take a long, guys? It's like, oh, it's right here. Right? If I held it forever, well, my family would be owning generational debt, bro. Yeah, but with prop firms, it's not 1%, right? 1% is, yeah, it's 1%. But if I took this trade at 1%, 73 points, I could have blown like 3 accounts if I held that trade, you know? Because you only have 10%, like, you only have 4% drawdown, right? So you can risk 1%, but you only have 4% to work with on funded accounts. Beta adjust on. If you trade with the NASDAQ contract and Q1, yes, turn beta adjust on. Did I still get just 50-50? Did I get just 50-50 forever on Thousand Express funded? You mean you're break even? If you're break even, that's a really good spot to be. There's very small things you can adjust to just switch from break even to profitable. Manage your risk a little better. Look for a little bit more profits. Better risk to reward in your stop loss placements. Avoid some losing trades. Oh, on Top Step forever? No, it's not forever. It's not 50-50 payouts, brother. It's not 50-50. The other 50 stays in your account. It's not like they take it from you. The other 50 stays in your account. Yeah, but what do these things mean in terms of trading? What? When I can take it. After 5 winning days of $200 or more, you can request a payout at a maximum of 50% of your total profits. Hopefully Powell can bless us these markets, bro. We took a trade today. Yeah, we're up on the day. All right, boys. I appreciate everyone coming through. I got to go make some breakfast. I'm going to go play some basketball later. I will see you guys live on Monday. Hopefully you guys come through. Hopefully we can keep the wins going. I don't think I'll request payout yet. Yeah, I don't think I'll request a payout yet. I'll see how much I'm up on the accounts. I'll let you guys know. But I will see you guys on Monday. Appreciate you, Dakota. Gatie? Who's Gatie, bro?